heroes. You guys managed to get a milestone and complete Chapter 2. Congratulations!
Hooray.
We started a clock.
You did.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of unbeknownst to you, but yes.
And then now I can speak the same thing everybody else does, almost. Undercommon. Woohoo!
Nice.
Yeah, I forgot I speak Undercommon.
If it makes you feel any better, V doesn't.
How long has he been down here?
Quite a while. But that doesn't really help him learn the language.
Fair enough.
Especially considering how long he was inert for. Okay. So I will get this ready. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Ooh, I don't think you guys would want to do that. But we'll get to that in a minute. So, there's some relatively advanced myconids down here. Oh, was there a handout for that? There was not. Okay.
I was about to say, is that where we ended up?
Oh, this is... Okay, I'll need you for later. Is this... Oh, yeah. Forgot about this. God damn it, why do you have such fucking weird names? I'm gonna give my A game to attempt to pronounce these, but like this isn't, it's not gonna happen. I just won't.
Other some names out there. We were like, his name's Bob.
That's what my friend does when we go to Chick-fil-A because they always get his name wrong. His name is Valentine.
That doesn't seem very hard to...
Yeah.
Like...
Okay, so how do you spell Valentine?
It's always like Valentine.
Like the holiday?
But without an E?
Oh my god, you got it.
Or Valentine.
I mean, that's how Valentine...
They have never gotten his name right. So now he gives up. Bob.
But that's how Valentine is spelled. You just take the E off Valentine.
You'd think, right? But apparently everybody at Chick-fil-A is illiterate. So, yeah. That. Alright, so. I'm a little disappointed you guys didn't run into any of these from last chapter, so I'll probably throw them in somewhere else later.
Throw them in right now.
It's a little bit of fun.
Who cares? Chaos.
Well, to be fair, there's still going to be chances for you to run into them. It's just going to be a lot fewer. So
we don't really have a goal right now, do we?
Not at the moment, although that's what we're about to get to. So you guys are currently in the Myconid village. You have returned Stoot to where he belongs. There were a couple of Myconids that were going to be severely hostile to you until you brought Stoot back. Now you guys are esteemed guests. And using a similar ability to the last colony of Myconids you found, these guys are able to communicate with you vaguely. Although there were two of them that are actually able to communicate verbally instead of just emotionally. Oh, what was her name? I'm not even going to bother trying. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there.
I can see why.
I mean, I could probably, but I'm not going to bother because I'll just butcher it. Inventor.
Ventilver? What the?
That's her name. She's the Myconid leader. She thanks you.
Too many consonants like Cyrillic.
Kind of, yeah.
These Myconids need to get their shit together.
To be fair, most of them can't communicate at all. So she introduces herself as
No
the
excuses.
leader of the Myconids and thanks you, welcomes you to the village, says that you can crash here for as long as you want, although staying here for too long might not necessarily be a good thing for you surface dwellers. Some weird shit's been going on lately, especially with a normally friendly colony of Quatoa nearby. They've become increasingly paranoid, which normally isn't a bad thing, except it's the Quatoa.
I don't know what those are. I don't think.
As a player
I'm
or
sure.
character?
We've seen a couple.
Yeah,
Did we?
like one was in the cage with you guys at the beginning,
Oh, was there? I didn't realize. I know
but
we saw some traveling traders.
let me see if I. Yeah, you did pass a bunch of traveling
I think
trader ones.
Yeah, I think I remember them.
I mean,
Do you
I think
have a
you
handout?
talk to the gnomes.
You do not have. Why do you not have a fucking? Do you have one? No, you do not. So they decided not to give me anything I could use to show you a fucking Quatoa.
Oh, you can go into
There are
the...
no Quatoa handouts, so
You can go to the eye and then go to
let's see.
monsters and look them up. Just dumb.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just do this thing. That. So they look hideous and they smell awful.
I remember
However,
them now.
however, normally they're not that big a deal. Oh, hey, that one looks like an Atog. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's why.
If you're looking at the Google search link that I posted, the one that's leaping out of the water looks a little bit like Atog from Magic the Gathering. But anyway, so they've been very paranoid. Lore, are any of you guys familiar with their lore out of game?
No.
Yes.
Okay. So out of game, Quatoa can accidentally create deities because their psychic power is so strong they can will things to be deities.
Oh, I think in BG3 that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In D&D, there's mechanically no way they actually do this, but so yeah, it's a mild concern for the Myconids, considering they're like right across the Dark Lake from them. The Dark Lake is a very large, almost oceanic expanse of murky black water that it's safe to drink, but no one wants to for obvious reasons. And across to the opposite shore of the Dark Lake from the Myconid colony is a Quatoa city. Not just a village, like a full-blown port city. And they have become increasingly insular and aggressive. over the last couple of weeks. The Myconids are concerned, but they literally have no way of crossing this lake to deal with it because they aren't exactly buoyant creatures. They would be more than willing to reward you both before and after if you could go check and see what's going on over there, as they have a rather large cluster of an incredibly rare mushroom that they could give you that could help you on your adventure. They'll give you several before you depart if you accept the quest, and if you come back and report back to them, they'll give you even more. And these mushrooms are significantly more powerful than the ones that you got from the ones on the surface. Mostly because they didn't have the corpse of a dead dragon leaking miasma killing the crop. So, you know. You don't have to, though. You guys are the heroes who brought Stoot back, so at the very least, you're welcome to chill in the village for as long as you want.
I don't know what's special about these mushrooms. So, I was not with you.
Different
when you
dice
met
rolls, but
my-
they're basically healing potions.
The ones on the surface were healing potions. These are
Yeah.
significantly more powerful than that.
Zoe are a bit
Oh,
interested.
greater superior.
No.
They give us a free level up.
So normally they would be superior healing potions if you just eat them, but if you distill them properly into a potion, it could be a potion of revivify.
Fuck.
That might actually come in handy for Raph.
Would they help show us how to do that?
They aren't familiar with that. All they know is that it's the equivalent of a superior healing potion. The one who tells you that that's one of the main ingredients in a potion of revivify was V. And yes, he can absolutely show you how to do that. In fact, he has his alchemist kit on him.
Ooh.
Tibble wouldn't really need that kind of incentive to help them because they were really gracious hosts because he brought back Stoot and everything, and they seemed polite enough in their own way. He would help them out just because it's the good thing to do.
That's fair. They did offer you a large. I don't want to say a feast because, I mean, it kind of is. They don't have any meat, so any meat would have been substituted with different flavors of mushrooms. But they also, strangely enough, have non-fungal vegetables and fruits down here as well that are very foreign compared to the ones up top. So at the very least, there's a lot more variety than a good berry. No offense to the good berry, but, you know,
It gets us through.
a variety. So would you guys be willing to undertake that undertaking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to be their custom, so Tibble would go along with it. Yeah.
Alrighty. So they have a nice little celebratory feast for you guys. After the feast, as you guys are getting ready for the end of the day, V asks if any of you guys are interested in the process of creating the potion that he mentioned earlier, as he sets
Sure.
up in his room. Well, I say room, it's more like he hung a curtain, kind of like he was doing with the baths. But, yeah, so he sets everything up and he shows you the process. He takes one of the, they did give you 6 of them to distribute in the party. V takes one of the ones they had given him and starts to process it. It takes almost 2 hours, but at the end of it, he took one mushroom and made exactly 1 potion of Revivify. He hands it to Rathorn.
Thanks.
Well, I don't know what's funny. It's not, I guess the idea that we're going to be up front, or maybe, and you can go around reviving people. I don't know. I mean, if you're the one who's dead, you can't exactly drink it yourself.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Somebody else should hold on to it in case he dies again, and then just pour it
I don't
down.
think
do
Sybil
have-
should, just because it's like I'm gonna be the one blocking people so someone else could give him the potion in the first place.
I do have one more for me after this. So if you want, I can turn all of ours into it. It'll take me the rest of the night, but it should be fine.
Oh yeah, him being a dead, he doesn't really need sleep, huh?
Nope.
And he also can't eat the mushroom, so it's not like he'll keep any.
Yep. But he offers to turn the mushrooms that each of you were given into a potion of revivify that you can keep on yourselves.
I mean, why not?
And
Well,
then there'll
it's getting a potion of Revivify that is Revivify, yes, but instead we would have basically a slight variant of a greater healing potion, and so instead of healing, we would have to be dead to make use of it.
True. So should we stop at just one revivify potion for now? And
I would say, for
then-
the time being, since we have, I would say two. Two potions, and then each of the living members of the party can hold on to a mushroom.
All right, fair enough. So he turns his other one into it and keeps it on him.
then
Alrighty then. So
I'll just put in my inventory magic mushroom.
so if you wanted the name of the mushroom isn't really important because y'all are just gonna call it by the potion equivalent. It's a mushroom of superior healing.
Magic
So
mushroom.
much like a potion of a superior potion of healing. It does. Let's see, that's 2, 6. So that's 8d4 plus 8 healing.
All right.
What was it? No pluses, just 8d4.
8d4 plus 8,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
just like the superior healing potion. All right, so.
So Timbo was happy to accept the quest to help him and everything, but then it occurs to him that like, oh wait, they can't really get across the ocean down here, kind of thing. Can we?
Yes and no.
We'll figure out a way.
Does anybody have a folded boat?
I do not believe so.
No, but V does have carving tools and a pickaxe and a chisel and a hammer.
We're just gonna make him do everything, aren't we?
Well, he doesn't have the strength to do it. He just happens to have all the tools.
I don't even see you in the game, and you're able to put it out still.
Hmm?
For Tibble, like his portrait disappeared off the bottom, but he can still push something through the chat.
Oh, you're right. It did. What the hell?
I didn't expect that.
All the portraits disappeared from me.
Oh, great.
It seems as though
I
you
have this
DC'd.
spell at least as a cleric.
You have a
If
what?
we really don't have any other options.
So V can't do it himself. He's literally not strong enough. But if one of you guys wanted to borrow his pickaxe, carve out a stalactite, and then turn it into a makeshift boat,
I don't think
you guys would be able to do that.
I do have masonry and smithing tools. Would that be a check with one of those, or just like
Yeah.
what? Okay.
Yeah. So it'd take you about an hour to mine the stalactite properly to get one large enough. And then after you've gotten that, it would be a couple of checks with what tools did you say you had?
Masonry and smithing.
I'd say masonry would probably be the tool set.
It's
I'm
not
not
a
sure where
wand.
that came from. but it's there. Because you're literally not here for us, or at
It's our
least for me.
It's our ghost friend.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Like your
So on my thing-
your check showed up. I see it,
Okay.
but I don't see you.
I don't see any of the faces down at the bottom corner. But I have my character sheet able
You've
to
been
still roll
teleported
things.
to an alternate dimension.
I can still move my token.
Yeah.
Your portrait changed. Jess.
Yeah, because I wanted to see if maybe I closed the game and reloaded it. Who knows? But nope.
How bad is the 12?
Not too bad. I mean, it's extremely rough around the edges, but by God, you have something buoyant enough to hold the party. Especially
Okay.
considering not everybody weighs as much as a normal human.
That and they are. I mean, it's not like it's. At least I have specialized tools for it. Granted, he's more of a smith than a mason, so I'm gonna claim that way.
Yeah, that's fair. So, it is going to take you guys a couple of days to get to the location. And by a couple of days, I mean it depends on whether you're taking a fast pace or not.
We've been going pretty fast.
I don't know the water well enough to want to go fast pace.
Well, no. To get to the water.
Oh. Mm.
The Myconids are along a river. If you follow it, it'll open up into the Underdark lake.
Oh, well, yeah, I have no issue getting to the water as a fast pace. Anyone else?
That's fine.
That's it.
All right. So you managed to get to the lake in the evening.
And it sounds like
Um,
nothing happened along the way.
No, not along the way.
Sweet.
When you get there, though, you put your boat down, and like the ground is moist, but when you put the boat down, you hear a splat,
Oh dang!
and suddenly the ground attacks you. Roll initiative.
Is it a rocktopus?
That is not a friendly
Again?
ground.
It is not a rocktopus. I gotta go find the
I found
thing. I'm hoping they put one in
I
here.
found the most perfect image for the rocktopus.
Did you?
Yes.
Is it an octopus with a guitar?
Alright, so I'm just gonna move you guys up here real quick. Feel free to put yourselves in whatever position you want.
I hate that. I
So
really
the
hate that.
front is downward, correct?
I would assume so
Oh.
since we're up here.
Yes, you would be oriented heading south.
Okay. Okay, you're moving there.
I
It's
want
like,
to be
whichever.
behind the one with the higher AC, obviously.
Well, you all are.
Yeah, that was like, I don't know where exactly he's gonna set up, so.
They gave me a token!
For who or what?
Ooh.
Playface, apparently.
Or is that Sandman?
Sandman wouldn't be that wet looking.
Fair.
Is that an
Yeah,
ooze?
Clayface would, but... Alright,
I mean,
it
makes
is
sense.
an ooze. Astute observation.
I didn't know he
Oh,
still
no.
had Stu.
Good thing I got magical armor.
Yeah, at first when he said there was whatever word you used, I can't remember. But I was like, did we actually set it on top of Stu?
No, if you people were smart, you probably left Stoop with his people back in the Myconid village.
Yeah, I mean, we got him home. Why would we want to take him back away from it?
Unless
Then
All
what
right,
did you
cool.
leave him at home?
I would assume we did, yeah.
I feel like that's up to Denver though. She was the one who originally picked him up.
Yeah, but we already brought him back home. Why would she take him away? It's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Plus, she could go back there and visit whenever she wants.
sure.
She could visit Stoot. All right, so it's gonna go Raph, Tibble, Ken and Zelvire, V, and then the Ogre Jelly. The Ogre Jelly didn't roll a natural 1, but it did get a 0.
Not great dex,
It
I
has a
see.
That
negative
does not
initiative.
sound super dexterous.
Oh, yes.
At least a -2.
All right, so with that, top of the order, Raph.
I shall start this off by casting another spell.
Le Gasp.
The Hunter's Mark.
I see.
And then I shall shoot it with my bow.
Sounds good.
22.
Well, I've got some good news. That definitely hits.
Okay. 18.
For 18 damage.
And then
Wait, isn't it 20 because of the Hunter's Mark?
it
Or
rolls,
did the bracers?
It rolls with it in the bracers.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So 18 it is then.
And then
That's only your first attack.
yeah, and then I shoot at it again for a crit.
Give me just a second.
Oh, I guess I damaged it enough. Was that for the second hit or the first hit?
This is from the first.
Okay. So then I figure I have to designate which one I'm hitting then.
Yep. Which, of course, as usual.
I will aim for the red one.
Okay. That is a crit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, max damage on
So
the
that
Hunter's
is
Mark. And then 4.
8 damage. And wait, is that a die roll? It is.
The
Oh,
one
but it's
is, yeah.
separate. Okay. And then that is 4, 8 plus, so that's 12 plus 8. 20.
The Hunter's Mark would be doubled, wouldn't it? Since
It
that's
is
a die
not
roll.
weapon damage.
Oh, okay. I wasn't certain.
Yep.
So yeah, 20. Oh no, I did it again. And that's all I can do.
I mean,
All right.
that was a lot.
I mean, I shot it twice.
You say that's all. You did a lot. All right. Next.
Which is
Tibble.
Tibble.
Tibble do Spirit Guardians.
And do you
Okay.
designate us?
I did, yes, it designate V and the other party members and everything to not be hit by him.
Oh god. Oh, cool. So one of them rolled a 15.
Was it one
They
of
still
the
take
small
half.
ones?
So if it damages one of them and they split, does that qualify as the two new split things entering it for the first time?
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
So yeah, we just lost power.
Oh.
Oh,
Great.
no.
Oof.
I would like to let you know. So the jellies rolled a 15, but because they have a negative modifier, they all failed.
Woo.
Unfortunately, I can no longer see the damage or any of that. So
It would have been 18.
18 is enough to kill the two small ones.
That's good news.
Yeah, the big one's not dead yet, but it did split, so I guess we'll have to deal with that whenever I'm no longer relegated to no internet.
So, out of curiosity, for the when it splits, does that count as new creatures being put into the effect for the first time?
No.
Damn.
It is the same creature, it's just
I can't just have like
dividing.
endless new rolls for them to keep on failing.
Yeah, no, it's not that silly.
It would be fun.
Yeah, probably. Speaking of fun, there's this new version of D&D that's been going around that I really want to try at some point. Not necessarily with you guys, but it's D&D without the dice. So like you and your group come up with a way other than dice to figure out how to say whether you've succeeded at a roll or failed it. I thought
It
that was
sounds
kind
like
of
it's heavily based on creativity. So if you're creative enough, it might seem fun, but if you're not creative enough, it seems like a lot of annoying thought exercises.
I mean, you're right. But anyway, so how are you guys?
Alive.
Extant.
Both of those seem pretty good to me. I'm actually extremely annoyed at this.
I would have just like whacked the blue one with my sword, but if shooting an arrow at one splits it, this seems like a much Spirit Guardian seems like a much more efficient way to damage them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I don't get two attacks.
If only you were a war cleric.
Well, even then, that burns my bonus action, so it's not like I can healing word someone on the same turn.
Yeah.
Although apparently, compared to other D&D rulings and my other DM, Voss is extraordinarily generous in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Generous in what regard?
I guess typically it's if you cast a spell for your action, you cannot cast. You can even if you quicken it, you cannot cast a full-on spell for your bonus action
Um,
unless it's a cantrip.
I don't know where people keep getting that rule from.
It's how my DM rules things on Mondays.
Oh, all right.
I
Well,
think
It means that healing druid,
it's
it's
really,
not the most helpful thing. It's like, hey, you
I don't
cure
like
wounds,
it.
but you can't healing word someone too. It's like, oh, okay.
I'd rather just be able to use another spell. Like the wording of picking spell makes it seem like, we could do another spell, but no, it's WK.
Yeah, and that's what he always ends up saying. And then the other player would back him up by saying like, "Oh, wait, you couldn't do a catch-up, right?" And it's like, maybe not if you didn't say anything.
let's see. So, looking at metamagics.
Because all it says is when you cast a spell that has a casting time of one action, you can spend 2 sorcery points. So it's like one action does not only mean cantrips, at least in my mind.
Yeah, no, there's no limit on the quickened spell metamagic. When you cast a spell that has a casting time of one action, you can spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time to 1 bonus action for this casting.
But that was a full spell to cast, though, so you could probably only use it if you used your action to use a cantrip or do another action and not cast a spell at all. And that's how it's currently deemed. And so that's why I said you were generous in that regard. I mean, granted, on Mondays we don't have to deal with the fumble table, so not one doesn't immediately end our turn. But I think it makes things more interesting.
I don't understand what you guys are talking about, but I should probably
The
be
fumble
paying
table
attention.
for Voss is when you roll a nat
Well,
one on.
the fumble table I understand.
It's for
Okay.
sorcerers. The quicken spell thing is for
Well,
sorcerers.
no, I use that as an
Other than that.
example. But the ruling deemed for like our session on Monday and apparently other people and stuff, it's the idea. I guess it's the ruling concept that if you use your action to cast a spell, you cannot use a bonus action to cast a spell unless it's a cantrip.
That doesn't.
But that's exactly the thing. Very rarely can you ever do that as a bonus action unless you do a quicken spell or your
Yeah.
very particular subclass.
But they always rule it saying that your bonus action spell has to be a cantrip, which it's silly.
If you already had a full-on spell as an action.
If
Yeah.
if a spell is listed as a bonus action, it shouldn't matter whether you already
No,
cast.
that's why you wouldn't need to
No,
do that. But that's why I'm saying, yeah. But
quicken
not
spell.
a lot of useful spells are bonus
Yeah,
that you
so
would want to
like
do
if
in a
you
regular
think
game.
about it, like the only like big spell I can think of that's bonus action, or, your healing word, your misty step, that kind of thing. But like if I wanted to
Yeah.
do two spells, it says a casting time of one action. You can spend 2 sorcery points to change that casting time to one bonus action.
Yeah, so you can do that, but that also means, but if you already used your actual action to do another full-on spell and not a cantrip, that means you can't do that because you already cast a full-on spell.
Yeah, but like wouldn't using quicken spell to
It
activate
changes
quicken
it to a
spell you have
action,
to
but
use your
not
one
change
action anyway?
non-cantrip. You still use up a spell slot for it, most likely.
They need to
I'm
reword
not the one
it.
trying to enforce or defend the rules. I'm just trying to clarify what the intended ruling is.
Yeah, I know. It's just that like the way that it's worded, it can be like
Yeah, I think
so
it's
much
stupid,
way
and
that
I don't agree with it. But that's what we're currently dealing with on Mondays.
Yeah, I was about to say. So, like, for power balance reasons, I could understand, but at the same time, like, raw, that's not accurate. I'm
okay,
double checking the core rulebook right now
think about it. The way that it's
because
worded
I
right now,
have
technically
so
you'd have two actions. If you like do this straight on from the way it's written, when you cast a spell, it has a casting time of one action. So you can't do this before you cast a spell. You have to do it after you cast a spell, which means that you've already used your action. So then you'd have to have two.
okay. So you can use your bonus action, your action, and your movement action in whatever order you want.
Yeah,
No, with quicken
we've been
spell,
able
the
to do
way
that
that
whenever,
it's worded.
regardless of whatever we're doing on whatever day. Sorry.
No, the way that it's worded right now, in order to use quicken spell, you have to cast the spell first, which uses your action. So like that's why I'm saying it's worded poorly. They need to fix it.
It is if you cast a spell using the casting time of an action. It doesn't force you to use an action before doing it.
Yeah. Let's see. Um.
That's no, I'm not saying that that's what I think it is. I'm saying like you could misinterpret it as you know what I mean. Did they change it in one at all?
Did who change what? What?
In the
Denver.
the the new version of D&D that people like.
Is it still called 1D&D? Because I see things calling it
Yes.
D&D Next.
That was D&D Next was the playtest version of 5th Ed.
Oh, there goes my monitor. Oh, there it's back.
Hey, that's what I've been saying about the power.
Are you having like a storm or something?
Nope.
Oh,
Just a power outage in the area, I guess.
even
So it wasn't a brownout. You don't have power back yet.
Power's back, internet's not yet, anyway.
Okay, progress.
Let's see. The worlds within D&D multiverse are magical places. All exist and yada yada yada. Mortal shape, raw magic. Okay. Like, I'm rereading the entirety of the magic section. I have yet to see anything that dictates the tier of a spell.
The what?
What level spell you can cast. I've yet to see.
What are you talking about? For what?
We never mentioned any levels for spells or anything.
Yeah, we weren't talking about that. Oh,
No,
you
for
mean
quick and
like
spell and stuff, like the
yeah,
ability to cast multiple high-tiered spells.
yeah.
Oh.
So that's pretty much what quick and spell I guess is supposed to be, but like the whole ruling where the bonus action or whatever has to be um or the second spell you
Oh,
cast has to
here
be
it is. Under
There we go.
casting time bonus action. You can't cast another spell during the same turn except for a cantrip with a casting time of 1 action.
Where do you even see that? What?
In the
So
what, the
in
player handbook?
players
Oh,
handbook
mainly in
page.
the player's handbook. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, player's handbook page. What fucking page are you? 203.
Yeah,
Casting
that's the
time
ruling
bonus
where the DM
action.
uses.
A spell cast with a bonus action is especially swift. You must use a bonus action on your turn to cast the spell, provided that you haven't already taken a bonus action this turn. You can't cast another spell during the same turn except for a cantrip with a casting time of 1 action.
So you can't cast 2 spells on the same turn. You can only
Not
cast
non-cantrip spells, no. So you can't just fireball them, quick and spell another fireball.
Well, what I'm
I
wondering
mean,
is
I think that's retarded.
because I what
Yeah, I'm not saying I agree with it, but it's the ruling we have to deal with on Monday. That's why I said called you generous.
Mm.
well the reason I'm wondering is because I'm going to be running a campaign for the first time on Sunday, and I feel like these are things I should know.
You won't have to worry too much about it at first level, at least. And once we get to it, since it's your campaign, like you find that ruling and then whatever works for you.
Well, that depends on that depends on some things. If you have like someone being like a druid or a cleric, someone, and like someone wants to be a super helpful healer person, and they're like, I want to cast Cure Wounds and Healing Word at the same turn, and you're like, about that.
We don't have any druids or clerics.
We have 3 bards, a fighter, and a rogue.
Yes, that yeah. Unless
Mm.
so many multi-classes, I guess.
Well, I've got my power back. I turned off my computer just in case the power goes out. I don't want it to lose the charge that it has.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
Are the bards gonna make a band?
They are a
Yeah.
band. They are the
Yeah.
Mike and Ikes. They are brothers. The oldest brother is named Mike, and the younger brothers are twins, both named Ike, and they are the Mike and Ikes.
That's gonna be
Do,
very
do
Oh,
they have
confusing.
no?
oh.
Do they have no last name?
I don't think so.
So, for the Mike and Ikes, one Ike should be YKI, and the other one should be IKY. That would be hilarious.
Nope,
Or Ease or whatever.
it's literally just Ike 1 and Ike 2.
Oh my.
And
Like
they
the
the
things in Cat in the Hat?
and the only way you can tell them apart is they're tieflings. Each of the Ikes has 1 horn, and they're both missing opposite horns.
Oh, neat.
I like that.
They so stole that off Karlak.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know where they got their pictures.
Pictures definitely were correct.
Oh, you said you were trying to be a DM, right?
Yeah,
Here.
I'm running Lost Mine of Fendelver.
I like that campaign. That's a fun campaign.
Yeah, I picked it because isn't it supposed to like be for new players?
Yeah, for the most part, it's got a little bit of everything. A little bit of role play, a whole fucking lot of combat, a little bit of travel.
It's like, hey, we're going on a caravan. Hey, people are dead. Oh my god, we're all gonna be in a combat right away, and we're gonna be in an ambush and not know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, and I imagine
something
that
like
every one of my players is going to be surprised in that first encounter, considering that the goblins have a +6 to stealth. Like,
Yeah. So, okay. So you don't go in there absolutely retarded like I did on my first time. They have a +6 to stealth. What it's supposed to be is because they don't blend into their surroundings.
Wait. Stop. Can we not spoil the game for a player that's going to be in that campaign, which is me, this Sunday?
fair enough.
All right, fair enough. So what we can do instead, just for a quick minute, hop into generic with me real quick. Jess.
That's why we're on.
Huh. Sorry.
It's okay. We're not part of the cool DMs only club. Not yet. Because no one bought Strixhaven to Voss Companion, I can't DM that yet. But the intention is still there after this campaign.
Did you hear me, Boz?
Hmm?
I have sad memories of us kicked out of that game.
You're breaking up and you sound really quiet for where you are. How is your mic?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Vaguely.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
It's better now, yes.
Okay, I said I have sad memories of us getting kicked out of that campaign.
Okay, for the record, I got kicked out. Okay, no, technically speaking, I got politely asked to leave and you left on your own accord. You were not kicked out.
Yeah, but it sounds more dramatic if we say it like that, though.
Yeah.
But it's inaccurate. But yeah, he was Jess was saying he hasn't played Magic in forever, and the first thought I had was like, if someone buys Strixhaven and I can do that after this one, it'll be kind of like Magic, considering it's that campaign gets all the lore from it, since it's based off of Magic stuff.
Isn't that just like what would be students or something?
Yeah, it's basically Wizards it's Wizards of the it's the D&D version of Hogwarts based off of Magic the Gathering lore stuff, but still it's within 5e rules and mechanics and stuff. But because Voss is getting a little tired, although he seems to be happy with the frequent updates to Roll20, and like every other one gets him a nice new little feature that he seems to like. So I guess he's hating it a little less. But he's not the hugest fan of it. So I told him I basically gave him a break about it. And so the ideas are him doing Out of the Abyss. I would DM Strixhaven. He would DM Ascent into Avernus, which is the prelude into BG3 as far as the story goes. Um, and then I would DM the Feywild Witchlight one. I'm spacing on the exact wording of the name.
I'm gonna have to ask you a question about the Strixhaven one later.
Okay.
It's a character question.
I'm okay if you want the background of one of the Strixhaven initiate classes and stuff. Honestly, they're pretty fucking powerful.
I was figuring that would
I
be
look
the
at them.
case,
It's
but
like I want to be in this school, and it's like, what if I'm not in Strixhaven? It's like, wow, that's powerful magic.
it's a more of a race question.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm really leaning toward Voss's restrictions.
Well, there was just one thing I wanted that was more flavor than anything.
You don't have to fly at level 1.
No.
You're like, I'm a newbie DM. I can't tell. I'm like, oh yeah, you just shoot them from afar when you're like 20 feet in the air and you're kicking their asses. What a shock when they all have like scimitars or some shit and they can't get you. What do you know?
Yeah, nothing like that. What?
Hello, meow.
Internet back yet?
No.
No.
To be fair, though, this might actually be a blessing in disguise, if only because this gives my friend a chance to join during the encounter.
Oh, to like have a wonderful dashing entrance.
Maybe? Oh. Hold on. I'm getting a text from my boss. But yeah,
Are
so
we gonna
this
have to put? Does one of us need to put in like a note in Roll20 or like the Discord channel or whatever? That's like, the two on the left are dead. Blue split. Or something.
I'll make that note myself real quick.
Okay.
I mean, like, I don't know. I was gonna say something and then I lost my train of thought, like, immediately. I love having ADHD.
It's the
There
best.
we go. My boss is asking me if I can work tomorrow, which is funny because they gave me tomorrow off. So it's like, yeah, okay, I guess.
This is why they're asking.
I mean, yeah. I don't see why they'd need me to work tomorrow, though, because, like, we're not supposed to be busy till Friday.
What's coming
Friday
out
is
on
when
Friday?
the Taylor Swift movie comes out.
There's a Taylor
Eh.
Swift movie?
There's another
Yeah, it's
Taylor
like
Swift movie?
it's like a concert or some stupid shit like that. But
Huh.
we're showing it, and we actually had to shut down sales for it at my theater because we were sold out last month
That's
for
funny.
every showing.
People go crazy over Taylor Swift. I don't understand it.
I don't know why. She's mediocre at best.
It's not. It never appealed to me. It's not my type of music. I'm a metalhead. So,
Same.
like, yeah.
I don't know, man. People are fucking weird. But like, yeah, no, we're Taylor Swifting it up, and holy shit, we're sold out all fucking weekend.